Hello everyone, D'Angelo here. We are about to review JM Uprise, and I got the Men of the Woods with me, Esno. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Um, Obviously, I don't sound like insane psychopath. I'm clearly a normal. So yeah, Uprise, JAM with Cat with a lot of great people.
Yeah, it's really impressive. And now we are about to get into the first match, obviously, so we'll begin to that right now.
The first matchup was Cash versus Josh EP.
Yep, that
I
is
know
correct.
I know one of them has a cyborg arm. And I know that the other is just Josh EP, and that's all I know.
Yeah, I know a little bit about Cash. It's mainly the only time I actually legit know him is like for his Unite stuff at the time. That's the only time I got to see one of his matches and all that.
Yeah, yeah, but I haven't really watched it that much. I only really pay attention to the main storylines every night at the time. So like anything to do with like Josh EP or Cash, I just didn't pay attention.
It's kind of understanding. But yeah, Joshy P, what is the nickname he goes by again? I kind of forgot already.
Me too.
Yeah, we can't figure it out at the moment. But but yeah, But yeah, Joshy P, he looks like an interesting guy based on his attire, and I really like the look that he's got going on. Nothing,
Yeah, same
nothing
here.
too flashy. Just like mentioned throughout the other purpose of redemption, like for certain people. But like, yeah, makes him stand out a bit with his look.
Yeah, Josh EP, he's basically just a normal like just like he doesn't have any sort of anything flashy. He doesn't have anything that a lot of the fans of his look. All he's just normal, and that's what I like about him. It's just he just looks powerful just by one attire only, which is that's obviously great because yeah, it's just great because he doesn't have to wow you with his looks. All he has to do is just wrestle, and that's how he can prove to you that like he's someone that he can be that you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, indeed. Now we got Cash coming into the ring, the man of the metal arm. I don't know his nickname, but this dude has the experience of being part of Unite and possibly some other promotions. I remember he was part of All Out as well. Now I mention it because I remember seeing one episode of him involved in it and all of that.
Yes, me too.
Speaking of
I
All
watched
Out,
it.
Oh yeah, speaking of All Out, they have recently made their return, so people should really check that out when they get a chance. I'm a fan of it myself. I haven't watched too much of it, but I will be checking that out soon. Anyways, back to you, Esno.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Cash, Cameron made. Daniel Martin. My bad. He made a lot about this man's metal arm. This is the only he basically puts over this man's metal arm basically the entire match, and that's all I really need to know. Man with a metal arm, Lance Frisco. Oh my god, white version of Lance Frisco. I enjoy it. Okay? Yeah,
I bet Lance Frisco would get a laugh
cybernetic
out of
arm.
that. I bet Lance Frisco would get a laugh out of that, probably. I don't know. But yeah, so far the match has mostly contained like starting it off with the technical like movement of the match. Joshua P has been getting the advantage of the technical part of it, even though Cash is the one with the metal arm that could use it for his advantage. But it is back and forth towards it and everything, and I can see why this match is in a good start in its way. Seems like the two has their way of getting with each other in the ring, and it seems like they're like, from what I know, they're probably like incredibly like new to the purpose of it too. So yeah, that's all I need to know.
Well, it wasn't this much of it was really technical. This it was the only way I can describe it is basically a New Japan match. Technical base wrestling with a bunch of strikes and a bunch of really lot of strikes. Cash, he didn't really use his metal armor a lot. Only real times was either a discus clothesline or an elbow. that was really about it. He did attempt a Superman punch, but failed.
Yeah, and not only that, but it gave Joshi more of the advantage based on like how well he handles the technical movement in the ring, and plus not only that, but it causes him to get a victory on Cash too with a frog splash to end off the match. So overall, I feel like this match was alright, and like you said before, it was more of a New Japan type match with heavy strikes and a bunch of hits and all that. So yeah, I can definitely agree with what you said involving that. That's for sure.
Uh, it was all right. Other than that, it was nothing really special. This was just a start of a second show, and just to open up with something pretty basic. Nothing like Redemption episode 1 with Big Money Malik and Ryan Hunter. No, it was just basic wrestling, basic strike, really sometimes heavy strikes, and then finishing move to end the match. That was really all it was.
Yeah, it felt like that NXT kind of thing. Now I think about it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now we move on to the next thing that comes up. There is a voice message from Jimmy Darrow. He speaks on about like how he felt about Redemption episode 1 and how he's excited about most of the stuff that's going on within episode 1, and like he's ready to get his hands on Clark or someone else. I'm not sure at this point based on what's been going on lately. We can't talk about it too much, obviously, so we'll just have to pass on by with that. So yeah, Jimmy Dawes excited with the tournament and everything.
He's talking about a lot of stuff here, and which it was a pretty good promo too, because ain't got what we need to say, you got it done really quick.
Yeah, it's a really interesting of him, and like it's pretty cool, like with what he spoke his mind about, and it's a perfect way to explain what JaM is all about. So yeah, moving on from that, we also got another match, and it is between Xavien Grace, I think it's Grace, and and his opponent is what is his name? Oh, Dereg. Yeah, Dereg.
Yes. Xavien Craze, he he really likes cannabis, and that's all you really need to know about him. He's a huge fan of the green stuff that some people grow in greenhouses. And then the Reg, he's like, apparently he must worship Satan because like the way he just looked. Basically it's weed lover versus I think he called him like the Prince of Darkness, something like that. Yeah,
he's Prince of Darkness.
Which it can go either way, to be honest.
Yeah, basically, and it's funny how they have the same like red colors and all that. Well, not really the same, but yeah. Everything starts off with a Xavier Grace getting the advantage so far, which is kind of surprising to me because he's the king of bong style, as he pronounced it, and like what am I trying to say? I, um, I can't pronounce his name. The Prince of Darkness. I'll just call him the Prince of Darkness. The Prince of Darkness is like I thought the Prince of Darkness would get more of the advantage based on how the match is going.
I thought the Prince of Darkness would, like obliterate the King of Bond side of him. No. Basically, Xavien he does the ultimate heel tactic by attacking the Reg before the match starts. Well, this was really just a classic 1-versus-1 old school wrestling where the heel takes the advantage, the babyface comes back, and also in the match, we saw Dereg honor apparently his idol in Rikishi, hitting the Rikishi driver. Also, that was it. And then after hitting the Big Quiche driver, Dereg aims to hit a discus big boot. Craze counters, hits him with a big roundhouse kick, and then think, yep, this was the part right here. He hits the puff and pass. The greatest name in professional wrestling history, the puff and pass. The 630 senton, he was passing it all around. And then after the match, Xavien gets on the microphone and he talks about how much he likes weed and how he should give it to everyone in the audience. And then at the end, he puts his hand over his heart and he says, "Weed the people."
Man, oh man. Weed the people. I got nothing. I was dying laughing the first time I heard that. And, like, I even guessed that that was gonna happen with his gimmick. Cause, like, my god, that was just funny. It was so stupid, too. Like, it's kind of an improvement of the whole we the people thing.
Yeah.
So, and, like, it's just hilarious. But yeah, other than that promo about the weed the people, we got our special guest Esno that does his own promo.
That's good. It's I think it's about basically me addressing the mystery man, and then Esno he becomes basically Vietnam flashbacks occur for him. He's pretty angry about Jimmy Darrow and Extreme Ortiz, and yeah, and then also just the mystery man. All of that. And just as a tournament in general, while also getting like massive anguish and insanity from Jimmy Darrow and Extreme Ortiz. That was pretty much about it.
Yeah, after the promo of Esno, which was a really interesting one too, we get an overview of Redemption, of what's to come, all the matches, and it was also announced that Marcus Vendetta will be defending his JM Twitch Championship against Cameron Inari, and also an appearance by Stigma will happen on episode 2 as well, and not only that, but the first pay-per-view name will be revealed. And we get to our final match. Austin Collins will be facing Virgil Snow, obviously. And of course, we can give our thoughts to Virgil Snow and hope he's doing all right now, especially with certain things that's going on with him in real life. So I hope he's doing well, definitely. And yeah, Virgil Snow's a big man, a big competition that is just full of strength and everything.
Virgil Snow, he's massive. Let me tell you. Austin Collins, this is not his match. You're facing Virgil Snow. Yeah, I think he was a former like Rocks, I think, or something like that. He's a former champion. He faced Desmond Cruz, if I can remember, but he lost. It was an effort. But other than that, yes, this is Virgil Snow, and I assume this is based in the year 2023. I can only assume that Virgil Snow he got the anime power up, all right. He got the villain power up.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Because it's futuristic, and so yeah. And then at the beginning of the match, basically, it was a Virgil Snow buries Austin Collins in the middle of the ring, like
just instantly demolished.
Basically, Virgil Snow he destroys him, throws Austin Collins into the turnbuckle, takes him back up again, two-handed choke slam, deadlifts into a powerbomb, picks him back up again. He toys around with Austin Collins' body, picks him, tombstone pile driver like Undertaker style, puts the arms over his chest, 1, 2, 3. Instant replays, I assume, and then Virgil Snow, so powerful. Apparently the arena has a sky now, and then everything starts going insane, and it says "stupid continue," and that's all you really need to know.
Yep, that was the end of JM Redemption. Overall, it was a decent show, and it gave a perfect example of something about involving it, and especially since it was a sideshow. So I like how it started out with that, most definitely. What do you think, Esno?
It was pretty much just its own little show. Obviously, besides the two promos, it was really just in its own like little bubble. It's basically it has its own storylines compared to the Redemption ones, which is what I like about it. Um, Other than that, it was pretty decent. It was nothing too insane. It was nothing too bad. It was really just decent for me.
Yeah, I can understand that. But yeah, that is the end of the JM Uprise review. I'm glad to have you be part of this. It's a lot shorter than the average review when it comes to Redemption, obviously. But yeah, I really enjoyed you being part of this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if there's gonna be some more reviews coming soon of Redemption and more Uprise stuff, so I will be trying to get to more of those soon. And I appreciate you being here. Make sure to stay safe, wash your hands, the usual, and thanks for watching. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, and see ya.